Oh, here we go. Having a bunch of technical issues. Blockchain Crusader, Crusader these blockchains every single day, and we're back. We're back for another live stream, guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys jumping in here and smashing those likes. Let's get it rocking and rolling here. Man, mic was off, green screen was off, everything was off. Jeez Louise. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Tap those likes. Let's fill them out here, guys. As you can see, we've had a very, very green day in the markets today. WorldCoin up 49.4%. I don't know what the heck is my MYX. This thing came out of nowhere. I don't know why it's up 236% today, 1,000% this week. I have no idea what this is. Let's go take a look at it on CoinMarketCap here to get a better idea of what the heck MYX Finance even is. What chain is this on? This is on the BNB chain. I have no idea. I've never heard of this project. Don't know what they're doing, but apparently somebody had some information. That thing pumped over 1,000% this week. That's just wild. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe, give it some time for people to start filling in here before we start going into the crazy details. But if we start looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin kind of topped out earlier today around 112,800, came back towards the hard line of this uptrend. We have bounced off of it once again, and we are sitting around the 112,300 right now. We're going to potentially be closing out. We're closing out the day here in the next 2 hours, currently 6 p.m. Eastern time. We close out the daily by 8 p.m. Eastern, and the Asia trading session begins. At that point in time, we'll see if Bitcoin is making another local high here, or are we going to be making a lower high and starting to come a little bit lower here for the day. We're going to be keeping a close eye on that. Obviously, we're going to be updating everybody in the Crypto Citadel about what is happening here on these moves and make sure that we can catch the next big move for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's having a little bit of trying to push back up here, a little fuel ignition here at 112.4, starting to have a little bit of a push to the upside, getting a little bit of a grouper duper. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you smashing those likes. Rotate out of Sol to ETH. Man, Solana's doing really good as well. So ETH right now has been chopping sideways. It is in an overall downtrend here, as you guys can see here for the last week or so. We have been in a nice little downtrend. We are consolidating sideways between 4,200 to about 4,400. We tapped out around, 44, pretty much 4,500 last week. But if you look at Solana, right, you're like, oh man, ETH is boring or ETH is about to pop off. Solana's doing very well. If we jump out here to the daily, look at Solana, guys. Solana, as you guys know, if you've been in the Crypto Citadel, you've known that we have been following Solana, Ethereum, all these altcoins for quite some time. We've had a nice little uptrend here since the beginning of April, right? The end of Q1 into Q2. That's where the real bottom for Bitcoin was. And Solana has bottomed out at that time at $97. And in the last since August 23rd, all of August, we've spent it fighting this $200 range resistance. Hitting it multiple times, 3, 4, 5 times now. We're currently at 214. It's only a matter of time before, if Bitcoin is going to have a recovery and continue pushing higher, then let me tell you, Solana is going to follow along as well and breaking out above this 215, 220 area. Our targets to the upside are 235 to 247 in the very short near term. You guys get ready for that. Now, once we're above 247, last big target is 295, and that's the all-time high. From there on, it's price discovery for Solana. So Solana and ETH have both been doing very, very well, guys. They have both done very, very well here. Solana pretty close to all-time highs. Ethereum very close to all-time highs as well. So both have been doing very well here overall. Rico says, what's going on? I liked it. Let's get it. Smash those likes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Smash those likes. Grouper Duper, what's going on, brother? Jessel, what's going on? Appreciate everybody in here tapping those likes. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Pangu, 40 cents easy. I don't know about 40 cents easy, Sean. I do believe Pangu's going to have a nice rally, right? Pangu is currently at 3 cents right now. Pangu's going to hit 4 cents. It's going to hit 5 cents, right? Pangu's got an all-time high here around 7 cents. So I definitely think that is possible for Pangu. but I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say that Pengu is definitely going for 40 cents. 40 cents is a little steep for Pengu. Give me a second here. My camera is having the fritz right now. XRP, let's go take a look at XRP here while I try to fix my camera. Come on, man. Come on, just need a quick little love tap or something. Get this thing locked in. There we go. Jeez. I think if it's got freaking the Tourette's. Come on, camera. What's going on, Fuzzy Booger? All right, that's not working. Let's go jump over to XRP. I'm not going to waste time on this camera. I can't wait to throw it away and buy a new one. All right, so XRP here has hit our first target of 297. Very easy move to the upside. We've been talking about this for quite some time here for holding and got back above the August value area low. From 280 to 295, we hit our target. Now our next target is $3. We're currently sitting at 297 for XRP. We do have the quarterly view up above, which could act as resistance. We are in a downtrend for the month of August as well. We need to break above 313 and run for that 335 so that we can break market structure and start running for the local highs of 366 and 416 for XRP. If we do not break market structure around 314 to 330, we will be probably continuing this downtrend to the downside, meaning that Bitcoin probably has not had the rally that we are expecting here and starting to roll over, leading the altcoins to crash down with it. Hi, what is ETH doing in the upcoming week? Let me tell you, brother, nobody knows what it's going to do exactly in the upcoming week. But from what I'm seeing here right now with Ethereum, right on the 15-minute chart, so far we've just been consolidating sideways, brother. A lot of sideways consolidation. You know, we've pumped all the way to 4,500 multiple times on September 3rd and on September 5th. Then we've dropped all the way back down to 42.63, 42.41. Now we're back up at 43.18. Market structure, we are in a downtrend. We need to break above 43.91 and start running towards that previous week high of 4,500. Once we start getting above 4,500, market structure would be changing here, and Ethereum could be running up a lot higher towards its previous all-time high, right? Those are the big targets to the upside for the good old Ethereum. Let's see if my camera works now. Come on, camera. Neeby. Camera's completely on the fritz, man. Does that to me every single day. Come on, guys. Tap it if I can only be the one tapping. Let's go, man. That's right. Don't let only one person tap all the likes. Come on, guys. Tap those likes. Do you think H-bar is a good buy right now? JY, honestly, I'm not a big H-bar fan. Can H-bar rally? Yeah, absolutely. But H-bar overall, looking out here on the daily, right? Targets to the upside for H-bar, right? Assuming that we bottomed out here around 21 cents. We need to get above this 28 to 30 cent area as resistance. Above that, our targets are between 31 to 39 cents. Above 39 cents, the all-time high is 57 cents. Can we hit that? Maybe. We topped out in December around 39 to 40 cents. Did not hit the all-time high or get too close to the all-time high. So we could do something similar. Maybe it runs towards the all-time high, but let me tell you, man, if I'm going to be on H-bar, I'm probably going to be on a low leverage long, right? 3 to 5x, $500 max, and just let it ride to see if we can hit some of these bigger targets. But overall, H-bar is a very slow mover. And when it moves, it moves. But right now, we're below the yearly VWAP. Doesn't mean that we can't pump back up. I'm just saying H bar is just not something that I'm buying spot and holding spot in my long-term bags, thinking it's gonna make me some like crazy amount of gains or anything like that. Realistically, the targets are very short here, between 31 to 39 cents at most, before running for all-time highs. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's see here. Let's see. Biddy's still pumping. Biddy's still up here at 112,388. Trying to make a run. See, maybe we get a run in the last hour or so. I'm hearing Athena could rock it. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. WP in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Definitely, Athena is definitely one that's on the, working with BlackRock, working with real world assets. ENA, there you go. So ENA has been in a nice steep uptrend since the ending of May. Right, very steep uptrend here. We are currently sitting around 77 cents. We could, our targets to the upside still remain between 90 to 95 cents to the upside, are the remaining untapped targets. Above that, we have the all-time high of 133. Now, if Athena, ENA pulls back, areas to be looking out for are between 60 to 51 cents as support. If 50 cents is lost, then maybe 38 cents would be the next area, of 38 to 35, which I don't expect to see those type of significant pullbacks for any altcoin right now, especially with Bitcoin pushing up higher and higher since we bottomed out at the beginning of September around the 107. So unless Bitcoin starts to roll over and start falling below 107, I don't expect altcoins to be pulling back here anytime soon. Bitcoin still pushing up 112,448. You guys already know we are long on Bitcoin. We talked about this move last night in the Crypto Citadel. We were looking for the move to the downside here, coming down to this monthly VWAP, weekly NPLC, and weekly point of control. We hit these targets, we took the long, and now we are riding it to the top of 115 is the target here to the upside for Bitcoin. Very simple trade setup that was posted here in the Crypto Citadel last night around 8:12 p.m. Looking for this exact move. So far, we're still on our way up, which is playing out perfectly. Took a nice 12x long. Didn't even do anything wild. Just a nice little swing trade here for Bitcoin. Got a nice little bottom area, and now hopefully we can send it to the top around the 115 by hopefully this week. What are your thoughts on Arbitrum? Let's go. Diesel time. Good to see you, brother. Diesel time. Diesel time. Let's go take a look at Arbitrum. A lot of people have been asking me about Arbitrum lately. Arbitrum in a slight little uptrend here since the ending of Q1 and beginning of Q2. We're currently retesting the value, the upper band of this uptrend. We are finding support here on the monthly VWAP around 49 cents. We bounced. Actually, on September 1st, we bottomed out at the quarterly VWAP around 46 cents. Since then, we've been bouncing. Targets to the upside still remain the same. We need to get through the block of resistance between 60 to 64 cents. Once Arbitrum is above 64 cents, targets are between 70 to 73 cents. And above that, we have a gold pocket up at 88 cents for Arbitrum. Let's go take a look at good old VeChain. VeChain is a swing trade. It is one that is posted in the Crypto Citadel. We are following VeChain here in the Crypto Citadel as a potential swing trade to the upside. VeChain's got a lot of targets to the upside, guys. It's been stuck in this downtrend forever since the beginning of Q2. I mean, all of 2025, we've been below this yearly VWAP, which is extremely bearish. So we need to, ideally, to show some real strength for VeChain. VeChain needs to get above 3 cents and start closing dailies above the VWAP of the year, right, which is 3 cents. Once we start closing above there, our targets open up between 4 cents to as high as 6 cents. With some, big targets between 7 to 8 cents. But realistically, from 2.5 cents that we're at right now to practically 6 cents, it is a massive, massive move to the upside. That move alone in our swing trade, that is 134% without leverage, guys. So that is a fantastic, huge move to the upside. What do you think about Polkadot, sir? Polkadot, man, has been struggling. Polkadot. So let's go take a look at Dot here. Guys, I urge all of you guys, if you're not in the Crypto Citadel, definitely do so and join. That is where you're going to be getting all the alpha for my swing trades, my macro long-term analysis, my daily trade signals, my yeehaw, baby, appreciate that. My 1 hour trading course, my exclusive live trading sessions. That's where you get all your one-on-one time with me. And, you know, if you really want to start moving into trading and take trading seriously, then that's the place to be at. But if you're not ready to start trading for real, then, you know, don't waste your time. Now, Polkadot here, still ranging between its within its Q2 range, still isn't above the $4.32 area. We need to get above that. We need to get above the yearly VWAP here. This one's very similar to VChain, has struggled to get above the yearly VWAP. So getting above $4.58 is very critical for Polkadot here in the long term. Once we start getting above 458, first target to the upside is 524. Above that, we have target at 730 to as high as $9 for Polkadot. Are we going to hit $9? I hope so, man. I hope so. We have legacy target here up above $12, but we're going to need one huge altcoin season to get Polkadot all the way up above $10. I just don't see it, man. It's just been struggling. But hopefully we can get a big altcoin season and it can play out for all of us. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. Guys, since my earlier live stream, earlier this morning when I went live, we had 18 spots left in the Crypto Citadel. Right now, we only have 16 spots. We got 2 more signups since this morning. We only have 16 spots left before price changes from 330 to a higher price point, and then you're out of luck and you're going to be getting in at a higher price point. So definitely make sure you're locking in and securing your spot now at $3.30 a day. We also have 8 lifetime spots left, right? One-time payment, lifetime access. We have 8 spots of those left. 2 spots have already been taken, and we only got 16 spots at the $3.30 price point. So definitely go in there and secure your spots before they're gone. WP says, love the swing trades. Let's go, brother. Appreciate it. WP, a long-term Crypto Citadel member in the house. Let's see here. Let's jump into the chat. What do you think about, I already covered Polkadot. Let's see here. VChain, covered that as well. Don't say you're for XRP, XLM. I have receipts. When Bitcoin goes to 60K, you will be exposed. What are you talking about? Who is this? Nobody here is talking about being for XRP or XLM. And what receipts about what? When Bitcoin goes to 60K? Gosh, people are wild, bro. People have nothing better to do with their lives. Let's see here. Make sure I'm going to the chat. Bonk to the moon. Well, you better hope so. Thoughts on Monero, dude? Monero had some issues recently where they were talking about a 51% attack on it. I haven't looked at Monero. I wouldn't be touching Monero right now for any reason at all. Let me see if this camera works now. Let's see if it had a nice little reset and maybe now it could actually start working. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. Camera is back up and running. Appreciate that. Crusader, can you pull up Bonafide, please? I have no idea what that is. I have no chart on that. So I'm not going to be able to pull up a chart on that. Sorry. Thoughts on Tail and MYX? Like I said, I have no idea what MYX is. I don't know why it's up 1,000%. I don't know why it's up 270% today. I have no idea what this is. All I know is it's on the Binance chain. Be very careful. These fast pumps turn quickly into a quick dump. So be very, very careful. Says, bro, I'm all in on Ether. Ether, ATH, it's up 60% today. Don't know why it's up. Is it up 60%, dude? Because that thing, I bought in when it first launched. And man, oh yeah, are up 60%. It's up at 4 cents. I bought this thing at like 8 or 7 cents. I'm nowhere near break even on this thing. This thing has been a huge. Good thing I only put like $500 into it. What? No, Papa's working. Little baby crusaders are attacking. What's going on here? Why is nothing loading? Here we go. Let me get some data on this thing. Yeah. Right now, pumped, had a huge pump to the upside, reaching 5.5 cents. Big target to the upside is still 6 cents here. Once we're above 6 cents, we have another target up at 10 cents. But outside of that, we don't really have any much targets for this thing at all. Price has been flat for months. Is Solana ready to break out, or is it still at resistance? Man, Solana's been doing very good at getting ready for a breakout. Now, don't get me wrong. It's still fighting resistance, right? It's still definitely fighting resistance. We have a gold pocket here at 225. We're currently at 214. We're almost there. For the last couple of weeks, we have been fighting this $200 price point. We have been fighting this upper band of this uptrend, right? Solana's been in an uptrend since the beginning of April. Very steep uptrend overall, but we've been fighting this 200 price point to just try to have a strong breakout. Haven't gotten it yet, but once we do, targets are between 235 to 247, and then it's straight towards the all-time high of 295 for Solana. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's get it. Bro, you're calm and genuine with no exaggeration. How can I buy and where can I buy from? If you're talking about joining the Crypto Citadel, you can just go to the link in my bio and you'll there see the links that you need. You can either get into the monthly subscription, which there's 16 spots left before this price changes, or you can get the lifetime access. There's 8 spots left before this is over. So definitely do so and get in there while you still can. Let's see. Guys, he's taking time away from his family to be with us. Show some love and tap the screen. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. That is definitely true. No, I'm not Muslim. Is Solana ready to break out? Or I already read that. Let's see here. I don't know what torts is. Not gonna look at that. Probably some weird AI meme coin or something. No, man. Don't do that. Don't send this guy anything about good times. That is a scammer. That is how you get scammed and drained. So do not do that. Just block them. So hack trays, yeah, camera kind of buggy. Yeah, dude, 100% the camera is buggy. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be buying a whole new setup coming up here on Black Friday. After I sell all my altcoins, gonna be buying a whole new PC, buy a whole new camera, new monitors, whole new entire setup to really revamp this. My PC's really old, dude. My PC is like from 2017. So definitely gonna be getting new graphics cards, new CPUs, new everything. Because they just can't keep up. Mind taking a look at APT? Yeah, 100%. What do you think about Gala? We'll take a look at Gala here, Stacy, in just a second. Let's go take a look at APT. Good old Aptos. So Aptos right now, zooming out here. All right. Let's get the range for August. Not a lot of price fluctuations overall. Yeah, as I expected. So overall, we are below the quarter 2 range, which is not good for Aptos. We need to get above the quarterly VWAP here of $4.71. Once we do that, our next big target, next big move is going to be this yearly VWAP at 570. We need to really get above that area. That is going to be showing a big show of strength here for Aptos, as we have been riding this entire year, right? We haven't been above the yearly VWAP since January 19th when we were up over $9. Getting above this yearly VWAP, we open up targets between 612 to 726. Above 726, we have targets between $9 to $11 for Aptos. But none of those targets are going to come to fruition if we cannot get above this yearly VWAP of $5.72 and start closing some dailies above there. Let's go take a look at Gala. Somebody was asking about that. Gala is another one that, really expected a lot from it. Never really happened. So it is what it is. Gala is another one that has been riding the entire year under the yearly VWAP here. As you can see, we need to we're currently at at 0.017, fighting the resistance here at the quarterly VWAP. If we can get a move here, right, we need to start getting above and start breaking out above 2 cents. We need to get above this yearly VWAP, which is at 0.021. Once we're above the yearly VWAP here as well, we have targets at 2.5 cents to 3.5 cents. Above that, we have 4 to 7 cents and higher. Now, are we going to go all the way up there? Who knows? But it's only going to give us, the only way we kind of even know we're going to be going there is as we start getting above this yearly VWAP of 2 cents. So those are the targets here for Gala. Gala's been pretty much flat and riding the downtrend all year long. Do you think Flare has big potential? Man, I don't know. Flare's part of that whole... Flare's been around forever. There was this whole thing that Flare was going to be like a replacement for XRP when XRP was in the lawsuit and all this stuff. But I think Flare has just become a big nothing burger now. Don't really think there's anything big that's going to come out of it. It's just going to be another floating chain here and there. Let's go take a look at Caspa. I haven't looked at Caspa in forever. Another big disappointment this cycle. So Caspa been flat forever, all year long, right? We fell below the yearly VWAP throughout the entire quarter 1, throughout quarter 2 here, April and March, May. We got above it, came up to 12.5 cents, fell back down, got back above it in July, around 11.5 cents, fell back down, still making those lower highs. So overall, still riding the downtrend. Caspa needs to get above the yearly VWAP and start running to some potential bigger targets to the upside. But realistically, there's not really a lot of targets up here at all because it's been ranging sideways. It ranged all of 2023 above 10 cents and between 10 and 20 cents. Then 2023 into 2024. 2025, we fell below 15 cents, and since then we've been making nothing but lower highs. So we need to get above 12 cents, start breaking market structure, getting above 12 towards that 13-cent area. And then if we can run above 15, we could be potentially running for a new all-time high. But currently right now it's sitting at 8 cents. Capa's got a long way to go to try to make any type of significant move to the upside. What do you think of ILV, Illuvium? I had lots of hope for Illuvium. They did very well in the last bull run. Crypto gaming this time around really has taken a massive hit, has not been as big of a narrative as I expected it to be. Illuvium definitely in the drain. It's like last time I saw it was like below $40. I don't have any hopes of that coming back anytime soon. And yeah, I just don't plan on even messing around with that at all. Iconic, what are you talking about? Oh, you're saying that Caspa is going to go to $2.20, bro. Please elaborate to me. When in the world is Caspa going to get to $2? Not even $1, right? $1, I'd give you like, okay, maybe you know something, but $2.20, dude, you're wild, bro. You're wild. Why do I say that? Caspa was very, very beneficial in 2023 for miners, right? And people were making tens of thousands of dollars mining Caspa for very cheap. Machines were costing like between 5 to 8K, and you were flipping and getting into profit within like less than 90 days, which is extremely bullish in the mining industry. Lots of miners got in, made a lot of money, dumped it on the market. Then Marathon, big, massive institutional miners came in. They dumped a bunch of hashing power. They mined a bunch of Caspa, and they've been dumping a bunch of Caspa onto the market. And that's why Caspa can't run. That's why Caspa can't pump. That, and they still don't got smart contracts. They still got nothing going on their chain, which doesn't help transaction volume to occur to push up the price at all. So there's absolutely no reason for people to hold Caspa. So Caspa is in the tank. It's not going to hit no $2.20. You can mark that comment right there. Caspa will not hit $2.20. After the major rallies that we've had in 2024, Caspa hasn't even gotten above 25 cents. And you're out here talking about now, when Bitcoin's coming to potentially the end game, one last big blow off top, you're talking about Caspa going from 8 cents all the way to $2.20, something that it couldn't even do a fraction of during the last two major rallies in 2024. Get out of here. Get out of here. What are your thoughts on how a Fed rate cut will help dump Bitcoin, ETH, all crypto? So I don't think the Fed rate cut is going to dump crypto. I think we're going to see the opposite of that. All right, we saw the Jerome Powell speech, how he just talked about interest rate cuts, and Bitcoin went from like 109 all the way to 117,000 in a day. I think interest rate cuts are the next big catalyst event to really start pumping crypto. Why? Because easy money's coming. They know that they're turning the money printer on, and when the money printer's turned on, the floodgates are going to open, and, risk on assets are the way to go when it comes to institutional investments. And what are the institutions doing? They're buying all these ETFs. They're buying up Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong, guys. Institutions are buying a ton of Bitcoin. Now, why is the price not moving? Because they're buying it OTC. They're buying over the counter. They're making sure they're spreading out their transactions, and they're not moving up the price on chain. But that's going to run out at some point in time, and the FOMO is going to come in. And when the FOMO kicks in and somebody starts making some big buys on chain on the exchanges, price is going to pump very quickly, very, very fast. Sand and Mana, dude, those are cooked, man. They're cooked. What do you think about the ZBEC network? Let's go take a look at ZBEC. Right here. Good old ZBEC. Jumping out here to the daily. ZBEC is currently sitting at 0.0041. We have targets to the upside at 0.0045 to 0.0048, which are the monthly targets for the month of August. Meanwhile, we stay above 0.0037. ZBEC is good to run for that 0.0045 to 0.0048. We do still have an untapped daily target from back in June, late May, early June, up at 0.006. We have been making lower highs. We had the high back in May. We had a lower high in July, August, and now we drop back down. So unless we start getting above this 0.0062 and start running towards the highs of May, we could potentially be making another lower high here at 0.0048, and this thing could continue dropping with targets to the downside being 0.0033 to the yearly VWAP of 0.0026. Let's go back to the Bitcoin chart here. Appreciate everybody in here. AW2, what's going on? What about World Liberty Finance? Everybody wants to know about World Liberty Finance. I actually just made a video earlier today about World Liberty Finance. So if you guys haven't seen that, definitely go do so. Smash the likes on it. But let's jump here, right? World Liberty Finance, very easy thing to follow here. Overall, we fell below the previous day low. We came up, got rejected, came up, got rejected again. We continue to stay above the previous day low, but we are also making a little bit of like higher lows here. So Targets to the downside, if we continue dropping, are between 19 cents to 18 cents, which is a gold pocket in a weekly NPLC. But if we start to get back above this 21 cent area, target to the upside is getting the real resistance is around this weekly open of 22 cents. We need to get above 22 to 23 cents. Once we're above 23 cents, we'll be back above the yearly VWAP and start to break out of this downtrend that we're currently in. We do have an untapped weekly average up at 25 cents for World Liberty Finance. So let's see here. It says, did you buy into World Liberty Finance and how much? No, I did not buy into it. I don't buy spot. I will take some trades. Renta, thank you for smashing those likes and hitting that subscribe. Welcome here to the Blockchain Crusader channel. Make sure you're joining the Crypto Citadel to get all the exclusive analysis. If you haven't already, definitely do so. Go to the link in my bio. You can get in for a monthly or for a lifetime access. Only 16 spots left for the monthly. Only 8 spots left for the lifetime. Make sure you're joining in there. In the Crypto Citadel, you get daily trade setups like this that have been playing out perfectly with the Bitcoin trade that I'm currently in right now. You get signals. You get swing trades. You get macro long-term analysis. Guys, the members here are just printing, right? Look at this. The members here are just printing. So make sure you're joining the Crypto Citadel. You get an hour-long trading course as well to get you started. If you're completely new to trading, you get 1 hour of live trading sessions every day with me, Monday through Thursday, and much more. So can't get better than that, guys, for $3.30 a day. So make sure you get in there before those 16 spots are over. When does alt season start? Very simple, guys. I think altcoin season is happening as we see it right now. Bitcoin has been making higher lows. Bitcoin bottomed out at that 107, right? That 107 price point down over here. Where was it? Down over here. Since we bottomed out around, actually over here. When we bottomed out on September 1st at 107.200, we have been making nothing but higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, running towards those targets of August, between 113 to 115. And then above that, we have targets between 117 to 120. Above that, all-time highs, right? Altcoins have been, as you can see, blasting off. Bitcoin dominance, as you can see above my head, still sitting at 58 cents, not increasing at all, not getting back above 60%, not having a major decrease, but also not increasing drastically, allowing altcoins to potentially start running here. And if we get those interest rate cuts on September 17th, I expect we continue pushing up higher. Does Bitcoin AI has potential of going up again? I don't know what Bitcoin AI is. I wouldn't be touching anything that has the name Bitcoin in it that is not actually Bitcoin. How much do you think it can go in the long term? For World Liberty Finance, I definitely think in a big altcoin season, when all the FUD is over, right, and there's no bigger token unlocks, I definitely think World Liberty Finance can run for that 50 cents plus price target. Price prediction on Ondo and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think we're going towards that 150 by the end of the year. Ondo, definitely aiming for that 160 to 170 area for Ondo to the upside. Let's see here. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Guys, lock in your spot in the Crypto Citadel. We got 2 signups already from earlier today. We went from 18 to 16 at this rate. It is going to be gone before the interest rate cut happens. And when the markets start moving, the markets start pumping even more than what they're pumping now, you're going to be blindly reacting, and you don't know if you're going to be FOMOing or panicking. You don't know if you should be taking profits or you should be, holding on tighter for a larger price target. You're not going to know what to do. And most people are going to probably FOMO on those big pumps and end up buying local tops and then getting dumped on later this year. So I am urging you that if you are in this market, if you want to be a serious trader, a serious investor, you need to be analyzing data. You need to be analyzing charts so that you know where the targets are, you know where the resistance is, you know where the support is. If not, you're just out here jumping into people's lives, blindly following the FOMO that they're throwing or the fear that they're throwing out there to either panic sell or, whatever. Don't do that, guys. Don't be dependent on creators throwing FOMO and throwing thumbnails of 500% pump and this altcoin's gonna do this and well, based off just Fugazi, right? Off a video. Need to be basing things off charts, off data, so that you know where the supports and the critical targets are, guys. And that's what the Crypto Citadel does. Crypto Citadel is all about game planning. How high do you think Algo can go this bull run? Once again, Algorand is one of those legacy coins. I don't think it can go too high, but it definitely has some big targets. Looking here at Algorand's chart, jumping out to the daily here. Algorand targets, right, in the short term are around this 28-cent area, getting above that yearly and quarterly VWAP, which gives it opportunity to run to 39 to 45 cents as a gold pocket. Above 45 cents, we have some legacy targets around 92 to $1.19, but I'm not really focusing on those targets. I'm just focusing on right now from 23 cents, running it for that 39 to potentially 45 cent area to the upside for Algorand. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. People are asking about Morpho, SEI, QNT. I wish I had more time, but I really don't. I need to go have some dinner with the family. So make sure you're joining the Crypto Citadel. I will be making some updates for Bitcoin and Ethereum for some potential trade setups there later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, I will be doing an exclusive live stream in there in the Crypto Citadel, which I do every morning for live trading sessions where people get to ask questions and actually take trades with me. So if you're interested and serious about trading, join the Crypto Citadel and get in there while you still got some spots left over. We got 16 spots for the monthly and 8 spots left for the lifetime. And then it's over, guys. Make sure you're joining in there. So like always, I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains. Jesse says, God bless you and your family. Thank you, man. God bless you and God bless your families and every single one out here hanging out with me here today. I greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys later. See ya.